Hello everybody, Chris here, and today I thought I'd make a little Dragonknight kind of tank guide to help you guys understand Dragonknight tanking in the Elder Scrolls Online. So let's hop straight into it and go with the talents or skills. Now the first thing that I'm going to go over is the weapons, and your main weapon is going to want to be one-handed and shield. Yeah, that's correct. One hand and shield. Now, when it comes to one-handed and shield, I really only use 3 abilities, and at a time I only have 2 equipped. And that would have to be Crippling Slash or else Ransack if you want to have the taunt. Make sure if you are tanking in a dungeon to have Ransack equipped for the 15-second taunt. But Crippling Slash with the 60% snare and then the 15% damage reduction for 9 seconds, it is amazing. Now, I use Shielded Assault just to get at the target straight away. And as you can see, I'm fully passived out with all of Fortress, Sword and Board, Deadly Bash, Deflect Bolts, and Battlefield Mobility. Now Battlefield Mobility is actually amazing because as you can see, I can actually move pretty fast while holding my shield. I'm actually using the Imperial gear, so it is transmogged into the Imperial gear for those out of wondering. Now, as well as armor passives, I'm going straight heavy. I don't have the heavy ultimate active ability because I don't really think it's necessary unless you're going up against mobs with high amounts of CC. Now, as that says, I haven't actually spec'd into full bracing because I don't think the decreased cost of blocking by 20% is a lot more. Now, I have Resolve, which increases my spell resistance by 231. I have Constitution, which has a 4-piece bonus for heavy armor equipped health regeneration, so 28% health regeneration. I also then have increased power of melee attacks by 7%. I then have Bracing 1, which I just explained, you don't really need the 20%. And Rapid Mending increases healing received by 3% for the piece of armor equipped. For Guild, I have Fighter's Guild, and I have gone into Slayer 2 and banished the Wicked 1. Just so I can get my ultimate quicker and take out Daedrus a lot quicker. For World, you don't really need to worry about anything. I just have Soul Summon so I can get up a lot easier. Racials, I am an Orc and do recommend Orc for tanking. It increases the heavy armor skill line by 15%. You have Brawny, which increases your health and max stamina by 6%. You have Robust, which increases health regeneration while in combat by 15%. And Swift to get that extra bit of sprint. So, let's go into the class. The class would have to be Ardent Flame and Draconic Power. You're probably wondering, why not Earthen Heart? That seems mostly tanky, right? Yeah and no. Seeing as you've already got all your passives and armors, you don't really need to worry about health that much. I really would recommend going with Standard of Might, B, IV. An ally might activate the Shackles synergy to damage and immobilize enemies in the area. It also makes you deal 35% more damage and take 35% less damage. It also deals 127 flame damage every second, and the enemies receive 50% less healing for 17 seconds. I then have Flame Lash, which then heals me for 156 for the flame damage done. It also deals 312 flame damage and sets immobilized or stunned enemies off balance, meaning that I can use a heavy attack to hurt them even more and knock them down. I then have, in the Draconic Power, I have Burning Talons for CC. Basically, it's a talent ability that makes them immobilized and stunned in an area. It's perfect when you've got your Standard of Might down and you want to keep enemies in there. And then I've got Coagulating Blood. Now I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but it means that I heal for 33% of missing health, increases health regeneration by 40% for 20 seconds, and armor and spell resistance by 1,500 for 3.5 seconds. So if you're going up against a high-end boss with mage abilities, this is perfect. You can also go with Razor Armor, but my armor is a tiny bit overcharged at the moment as I'm messing around with this build. I then have Elder Dragon, which increases health regeneration by 5% for each dragon ability, so that's 5, 10, 15, 20% health regeneration. In Earthen Heart, I haven't put much in except for Battle Roar. Whenever I use my ultimate, I get 35% of my health and stamina back. For Ardent Flame, I have full passives, which is Kindling, which is 66% more effective burn damage. I have Warmth, which causes damage with Ardent Flame abilities to snare the target for 30 seconds. I have increased 3% and 2-second duration of Fiery Breath, Searing Strike and Dragonknight standard abilities, so this lasts a lot longer. And then I have World and Flame, which increases flame damage by 6%. Now you're probably wondering, Chris, what's the rotation? So the rotation is pretty simple. I'm going to show you here by just in a veteran content zone with these two zombies. Alright, so the rotation is pretty simple. You want to start off first with Shielded Assault, then followed by a power attack, then Flame Lash, then Crippling Slash. If you're getting taken down, you want to use Burning Talons and Coagulating Blood. So I'll demonstrate. Shielded Assault, power attack, Flame Lash. Did that a bit too late actually. Hang on, I'll try to show you with another character. Another couple of zombies. So Coagulating Blood, Coagulating Blood. Let's take these guys out. Show you on another two people now. Because of course, I would be the one to do that wrong. You know, while making a video and all. So it's Shield Bash, power attack, whip, disorientate, another power attack, crippling slash, power attack, whip, crippling slash. Whip and crippling slash are probably your two main abilities. Coagulating Blood if you want to get another charge up, but you know, you don't need to. Now when it comes up to a group of more than 2 or 3 people, you want to have your Dragonknight standard ready, and the main reason is it'll finish them for you. Observe. I'm going to Talons, keep them in place, Dragonknight standard, and just watch them die. Not even hitting them. Not even hitting them. And they get taken out. It's that simple when it comes to Dragonknight standard. I mean, you want to use